Mortal Kombat, the Lego games, could the studios that make these titles be the next ones that are going to be scooped up by Xbox? We're going through the rumor mill for Xbox and all things gaming right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt. Good to see you. Good to have you here on the show. It's a fresh week. I got a new chair, got a birthday present. Now I'm comfy. The lower back pain anymore. It's quite lovely. Sitting on like a kitchen chair before, it's driving me nuts. This is ridiculous. This is amazing. I got swivel and everything. Look at this. I'm very happy right now. Is Xbox not done scooping up more studios? So I'm talking to you guys about this today. We've got some rumors coming out when it comes to NetherRealm and TT games, and we've got some, full deniability coming out of WB. It's all very exciting and it's all very silly. WB has been in the news for a couple of months now, actually, talking about potential acquisitions, getting rid of some of their studios and all that stuff, shuffling things up a little bit. Xbox is obviously always right around the corner because we're all wondering if he's going to scoop up anybody else, that Phil Spencer, that amazing man he is. And right now, the latest news and rumors is that NetherRealm and TT games could be up for sale. On the Xbox 2 podcast this past week, Jez Corden was on the show and discussed the possibility in a very nebulous way of the possibility of NetherRealm and TT games being up for sale. Jez Corden is quoted as saying the following: "This document I've got seems to suggest that among the studios potentially that they are looking to spin off is NetherRealm and TT games." Now, don't take that as evidence that Microsoft is going to acquire NetherRealm or Traveler's Tales, because I have no information to suggest that they are right now personally. But I have heard NetherRealm potentially could be up for sale. I have heard Traveler's Tales potentially could be up for sale. And I do have a document to back up that evidence. He has a document. Well, that's fun. Good for him. However, shortly after this podcast aired and then the rumor mill started going nuts, the senior vice president of worldwide communications and PR over at WB issued a statement, and it goes like this: "I can confirm NetherRealm Studios and TT Games will continue to remain part of Warner Brothers Games and are all included in the Warner Media Discovery merger." Now, if you're WB, of course you are going to want to deny any possibility of studios being sold off before you are officially letting it go out there and be a press release and all of that stuff. You need to do that. The rumor could be true from Jez Corden of that Xbox could potentially take NetherRealm and TT games, or that these studios just in general are up for sale. It's very, very possible. It's very likely. But if you're WB, of course you are not going to want to go out there and just say that, yeah, sure, the rumors are true. Yeah, there is a document, and yes, that this thing is going up for sale, and Microsoft, we're talking to them. They're going to want to do it on their own time, and even if there was an acquisition, and even if a sale did go through for these studios already, until they are ready to kind of finalize all the information, the details, the documents, the finances, all that stuff, they're not going to want to release anything until they're good and ready. And it's a big, big PR move that if it is Xbox or anybody picking up NetherRealm and TT games, these are massive studios with a huge library of games. If they are going to get acquired by somebody else, they are going to want to then have a big, big PR explosion, talking up this acquisition, talking about how great it is. They're going to want to do it their way. It is possible that they are not going to go up for sale, and that NetherRealm with Mortal Kombat and the Lego games are going to stay under WB. Not that Lego games and Mortal Kombat are not large, but wanting to focus on even bigger titles coming out of the world of Rocksteady with Batman games, and Monolith coming out with the Middle-earth games. These are even bigger titles that do even bigger results for WB. And even the team over at NetherRealm with Mortal Kombat did tweet out recently that they have finished up the game. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate account states, NetherRealm is now focusing on its next project, and after more than 2 years of supporting Mortal Kombat 11, DLC for the game, including characters, has come to an end. And that was as of July 2nd. Things are starting to add up a little bit here, right? Where if Mortal Kombat is absolutely done, it's in the books, they're done adding DLC to it, it's a wrap on the game, it's a fantastic game, it sold over 8 million worldwide units, they have done really, really well. And we've heard some stuff online that there is a potential of another Marvel game coming out, and NetherRealm could be the ones that are actually working on this, which could actually line up with them saying we have wrapped this up on Mortal Kombat, we're moving on to our next project. And if you're Xbox, and if NetherRealm and TT games are up for sale and you are going to acquire them, these are amazing studios to have under your belt for Game Pass, in my opinion. Being able to put out Mortal Kombat and the Mortal Kombat collection out there with all the DLC they've done, even just for Mortal Kombat 11, that's huge for them. And the Xbox doesn't have a fighting game franchise that is as big as Mortal Kombat under their belt to be able to please that sector of the audience. Mortal Kombat 11 is not like the biggest selling game in general of all time or anything like that, but it is a big franchise that is well known, that has a legacy, and that they can build upon. And more specifically, a amazing studio like NetherRealm with that engine and that much of a pedigree is great business moves for Xbox, and it's great to work with them. Because future titles, if it is, for example, a potential Marvel game that's going to be more of a fighting game, and if that was all under NetherRealm with Xbox support and their R&D and their development and resources behind them for a push, that would be massively successful for them. Likewise, on the TT game side with Lego games. Lego games are not for everybody, but it is massive for a kid's audience. Sure, adults play Lego games like crazy. The Harry Potter games, the Batman games, the Marvel games, like general Lego City games, like there's so much in there that people love to be able to grab, pick up, and play. And having that entire Lego collection, like we've seen it on Game Pass before with a lot of the titles, being able to have those exclusively over on Game Pass and associated there, that drives another market of younger players, kids, all of that, to be able to get them over to Game Pass. And it makes it even more attractive when there is another Marvel game that they want to put out under the Lego banner. Kids get excited, they want to be able to play the Marvel and Lego games, they want to be able to play the latest Batman Lego game, and putting that and associating that with Xbox and associating more specifically with Game Pass is something I think Xbox will be very excited to do. My bit of hope was that with all the talk recently with WB potentially selling off its studios, I look at Rocksteady and I would love to see Rocksteady games being able to go under Xbox so that I could get that Xbox with Batman association exclusively, and then you have Sony with Spider-Man over here. That would have gotten me personally very excited to just nerd and geek out over the amazing games that we would be getting. But if we do get NetherRealm and TT games over on Xbox, that's massive, and that would be big news for Xbox to be able to get future titles, to be able to play in the world of DC as well as Marvel over time. Hopefully these rumors are going to be true. It sounds like that Xbox is not done acquiring any more studios. If they could wrap this up going into the end of 2021, they would have some great news to finish off the year. If they can announce it for Q4, that'll get their stock to rise even more. And they've been doing these things like with Bethesda deal and the Bethesda acquisition. They allow the studios to breathe and do their own thing. They're just getting the resources and tools and everything and the backing of Xbox under their platform. And Sony is starting to pick up a few more studios themselves. It's a great time for gamers. Hopefully this does happen. For me, I would love to see this because the Mortal Kombat games are just fun, great games, great experiences, and the Lego titles have been around for years and we still love playing them. Let me know in the comments below, do you think that the NetherRealm and TT Games acquisition is going to happen? Do you think it's going to die off and WB is just going to hold on to it and that they're right, that they're going to hold on to all their WB properties? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Matt here on Assemble, and as always, thank you all for assembling with us. See ya!